young Paul Bunyan in this bitch. I got dates. Swear to God, it's some real tits, real shit. Whole squad gotta feel this. Swear to God, this light work. Back and forth through the night till the light work. I'm that shit you are gonna need a diaper. When it come to get pussy, I'm a lifer. When you thought I couldn't get nicer, your boy step in the ring like Tiger. And you wonder how good my move is. Walk around the hood, all I get is deuces. Bitch, me, you ain't know the food is. Getting 8 shades all through the movies. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm gooder. Would you like some popcorn along with that butter? I would like a sister along with that mother. What's up? Walk around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got the buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like what up? Shut up. What's up? Walk around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up. Shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God I'm an animal. Killer on the down low. Swear to God I'm the baddest out. Alright, go ahead, get your cameras out. What the fuck is up with that bitch over there? Me mugging, I think I should stand up and go see if it needs something. See these biggest motherfuckers like to lie to me. No, their whole lives, they would never lie to me. This is the beginning of a dynasty. You should be thinking of more ways you could be kind to me. Swear that your whole crew is boo-boo. Some news that I could easily chew through. I know this ain't probably what you used to, but everybody welcome on the wagon go choo-choo. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got the buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like what up? Shut up. What's up? Walk around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up. Shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God, got dick game. Bitch, man, bitch tank like a fish tank. Swear to God, shoot switch, man. Puddle so big, could have been a piss tank. Look at my lifestyle, put it on DVD. Look how I'm knee deep. This is my CTV. Up in the TV, smoke it with 3 keys. Up in some beefy. These are my GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Walk around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got the buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like what up? Shut up. What's up? Walk around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up. Shut up. Fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up though. You. Hey, I don't like this dude.
We're gonna start here in just a moment. We starting here in just a moment.
I'm just shooting the breeze. I just got too much swag. The swag's on fleek. I got guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know. Dogs, bros, squad, bros. Hold up, whoa. You name it. Guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know. Dogs, bros, squad, bros. Hold up, whoa. You name it. I'm throwing money off the balcony into the crowd because I want to. Goddamn, I feel good. Sure that you already know. One thing's understood, ain't nothing that stop my glow. Doggone it, can I just take my time? All these cop chasing motherfuckers watching all around me. I'm like, bitch, hold your horses.
You're the best.
I'm like, true I am. Rosario Dawson know who I am. If it's cool with you, girl, I can move right now. You do not understand just how cool I am. Like, see? Look at me, I'm on the beach. Don't try to holler, cause I'm out of reach. I got no service, I'm out on the keys. Look up a women, my daughter's in me. About to go swimming, thank God I'm a G. One shot for me, ooh baby, that's by the thing. Let's skinny dip in the sea. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do things we remember later, you know what I mean? I got guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, bros, squad, bros. Hold up, whoa.
You name it.
Guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, bros, squad, bros. Hold up, whoa.
You name it.
I'm throwing money off the balcony into the crowd because I want to. Oh, seriously, look at myself. Condom model over here. Ooh, seriously, look at my flow, colder than a polar bear. Straight up, I'm an awesome person. You ain't ready for the sauce I'm serving. Straight up, I'm an awesome person. You ain't ready for the sauce. Young Pookie, your highness, gon' find the finest vaginas. From China to Thailand, gotta wine and why not combine them? Pardon me, let me chime in, but the science behind my conniving. I'm refined and violent, go to lime and fine dine the hymen. Swag, swag. I got guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, bros, squad, bros, hold up, bro.
You name it.
Guns, hoes, money, troll, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, bros, squad, bros, hold up, bro.
You name it.
I'm throwing money off the balcony into the crowd because I want to.
The End.fm. I am DJ Zouain. Welcome. Welcome to the Hijack. This is a surprise hijack. It's a hijacked, if you will. A lot of stuff going on in Zouain Manor, including some new collabs. A collab with the homie Greg Runge. Greg Runge is currently on his way here. He'll be here in the next 20 to 30 to something minutes. And he's going to join me for a special edition of the Hijack called Coffee and Cusswords edition, because Coffee and Cusswords is his TikTok show. The guy has, I think he's got I don't know, one of the accounts has over 1 million. Another has like a 500,000 followers on the TikToks. And I am a self-admitted TikTok noob. So we're going to, he and I are going to be doing some collaborations, which is going to be cool. So that is why we're doing the surprise show. He was supposed to be here a little early, but things got in the way, as sometimes they do. And he is on his way here. He will be joining me on the program very, very soon. So if you're listening on the stream, if you're listening in the recording, thank you very much for doing so. The show is brought to you by the End.fm. As always, my name is DJ Zouain, the audible chocolate of podcasting. You can find all of the shows that I do on the End.fm. And you know what? The show is also, it's while you're at the End.fm, you can actually scroll down and go to the Bud Docs icon, the Bud Docs logo there, and you can set up your appointment to go see Dr. Chanlate at buddocs.org. You can go there, do it through the End.fm, and that way he knows that you are part of the End.fm, that you are part of the End.fm family, as they say. The show is also brought to you by the different residencies that we have going on. Right now, we are, tomorrow I will be at Rhonda's. I will be rocking at Rhonda's. And that is going to be ladies' night. They have free wells from 9 to 11. I start at 9, and I'm there the first, third, and fourth Thursdays of every month. So that is that's going on tomorrow. So don't miss it. Go check out Rhonda's in Sanford. I play a mix of everything over there. It's really kind of it's really nice. It's a good vibe. We have a good vibe there. On the second Thursdays of every month, I do Spanglish. Spanglish is the second Thursday. I do merengue, bachata, hip hop, top 40. I mix it all together into a nice paella, I would say, of American and Latin fusion music. And then recently, we just announced the West End residency. That starts on the 5th of my birthday month of March. So be there Saturday nights. I will be there starting on the 5th of March. So a lot of really cool stuff going on here coming up. So you definitely want to follow me at DJ Zouain when you're going to be doing so you could keep abreast of everything, basically. So couple things that I wanted to talk about before Mr. Runge comes over and does the hijacks the show. We have I was looking through the news, and I know that there has been a Starbucks situation, like a Starbucks unionizing, Starbucks employees unionizing, and them not really digging it. The brass not digging it. The brass doesn't like when you unionize. So apparently now we have a. Nope, that's not what I meant to. That's not what I meant to show you. That is also not what I meant to show you. Where is it? Right here. All right. Starbucks tries to slow union elections, but misses legal deadline by 8 minutes. The coffee chain's legal team said Microsoft Outlook crashed as it was emailing the files. A labor board official didn't have much sympathy. Can you imagine? That's so funny. They were trying to delay it by 8. They missed the legal deadline by 8 minutes. What dicks these people are. This is out of the Huffington Post, HuffPo.com. That's more baristas around the country seek to unionize. Starbucks has used a massive legal team to slow the pace of union elections, but the coffee chain suffered a tough legal setback on Friday thanks to some late emails. So, if you're going to, that's the thing. It's one of those playing chicken. They were playing chicken. They were slowing everything down to a halt by waiting until the absolute last minute, and then Microsoft screws them. Awesome. I have no sympathy for these for the Starbucks lawyers. Let's see here. With dozens around the country looking to join the union, Workers United, the argument slowed down the legal process and brought Starbucks more time to run its campaign against the union. So they were running a campaign against the union, and here's the thing. It's really when I was a kid, I was pitched this whole unions are bad thing because I grew up around a lot of conservatives. And to me, at least to me, it just didn't add up. Like they kept feeding me this information, and I'm just like, but there's a hole there, and there's a hole there, and there's a hole there in your logic. And I have yet to find a reason why. Can somebody give me an actual reason why this would be a good thing? I would like to hear a union or disbanding a union or breaking up a union or attempting to break up a union. I want to know if there is any upside to the people. Is there any upside to the people other than the phantom? Oh, well, it's going to make it harder for us to do our jobs, or whatever vague excuse they have for not being in favor of unions. That's what I want to know. I want to know if there is any sort of logic that makes me say, okay, no, that's for the little people. But I have a lot of conservative friends, and they're not dumb people. I mean, some of them are lawyers. So if anybody could fix that, or could give me a good give me a good reason, just not even a good reason. Give me like a half-assed good reason, because right now they're not even doing that much. And the more you look at it's the conversation that we had last week, where we were talking about FIFA even having a sympathetic movie, a movie that was sympathetic to them. It was funded by them, obviously, but the people that break up unions, there is no good side. Like, there's no, nobody's going, oh, that guy's doing the work of the people. How the hell does that even make any sense? Union, there's strength in numbers. There is strength in numbers in any situation. There is strength in numbers with stupid people. There is strength in, I mean, we saw that in 2016. There is strength in numbers of all sorts. In every situation where you want strength, you need numbers. And disbanding a group of people because they are too demanding or whatever is not the move. Let's just say it's not the move to make you look good. It's not the move to put you on the right side of history. It reminds me of when I was a staunch conservative and I was watching Steven Crowder. For those of you who don't know, Steven Crowder is a fairly young talker from Quebec, and he does a lot of conservative talk radio and all of that. We crossed paths. He may not. He probably does. Well, he might remember because we interviewed him. But he had a video about the auto workers union in Michigan, and his argument was that basically auto workers unions are bad, and they're bad for the that electric cars are bad. Which actually that I believe checks out. That part checks out. I believe that electric cars, the way they're being made currently, is actually bad for the environment. I get that. But he was putting all of that together in this paella, let's call it, of workers unions. The auto workers union is bad. And he was also talking about the teachers unions. Now there's a group that needs a national union that doesn't get it. Like, how do you end up in a position where you're like, no, fuck the teachers. Let's make it so that they can't unionize and they can't make more than $30,000-$40,000 a year. That's a legit number. I know teachers, people with degrees, people that went to school, that went to rip off universities, and that's a whole other story, in order to mold young minds and use money out of their own pocket to pay for supplies. How the fuck does that make any sense? Like, this country is completely backwards. Now I'm getting into, like, I don't know. Maybe it's the morning. Maybe it's like the fact that I just randomly did this show in the morning that I'm like going on a political rant. I mean, I do that on the regular show anyway. It doesn't matter. The point is that, like, you have unions here that are, the unions are trying to make it so that people have livable wages. And people can go to work and then leave work at work and then get the fuck home and then do their thing at home and have enough money, enough resources, and enough time to let that happen. So this is why I savor this Starbucks story. Starbucks trying to slow down the unions, because there is a way where you could be taxing me the exact same amount as you tax me today. There is a world in which I would be okay with doing that. I would not be bitching about the fact that, my money is going to, 53% is going to building better bombs and to, waging war on people and countries that didn't do anything to us. I would be okay if you took that money and distributed it through social services and the people that still want to make money. I'll extend this olive branch. The people in Raytheon and all of these, and I know people that work there, that work at these companies. Some of my best friends and favorite people actually work for the Department of Defense in some capacity, which is infuriating. It is infuriating. But here's where I would extend the olive branch. Raytheon and Lockheed and Northrop and all that, we'll give you that money. But instead of spending it on bombs, you spend it on space travel. If you took the amount of money that we give to defense and take a quarter of it and give it to the defense. And the rest of that, the other 3/4, you divvy up between social services, giving people giving people the actual military personnel, giving them maybe a little bit of a raise. I don't know. We could look at the numbers. And the other thing is, we would also stop recruiting, unless we're recruiting them to be engineers to solve problems. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in any other type of recruitment to companies like Raytheon and stuff like that. And I mean, they can recruit for missile defense or whatever the hell they want to do. But here's the thing. It's not coming out of our dime. We're not going to be the ones taking that, footing that bill. Find another way to sell your explosives. And there's a libertarian in me. You can have your explosives. I just don't, Anyway. So let's see here. I was also looking at this little CNN article that was weird. How Heinz uses a fake number to keep its brand timeless. So this is great because Heinz has been linked. If I say Heinz, you say what? 57, exactly. It's been more than a century, 126 years. The company's, quote, 57 variety slogan was a key part of its strategy to attract customers. It's still featured on the Heinz ketchup bottles today in the brand's identity. Of course it's in the brand's identity. But the thing is that, when I was growing up, this is what I was told. Always hit the 57. I was wondering where the hell that came from. Always, it was always hit the 57 for the 57 to just, I thought that was cool. I thought that's kind of funny that this just means nothing, because there weren't. The number, the 57, was completely made up. There weren't 57 Heinz varieties when the Pittsburgh business started. Let's see here. When H.J. Heinz first invented the slogan in 1896, there were not, and there's never has been. There are, in fact, hundreds of Heinz varieties. Hundreds. This is out of CNN. The 57 on a Heinz bottle is more than just the right spot to smack. There it is. The right spot to smack it, to make the ketchup ooze out. At 0.28 miles per hour. What? 0.28 miles per hour. Now I'm curious. What is this? I don't want to click on it. I'm not going to click on it. That number has stuck around for 126 years because it reinforces Heinz as a nostalgic and distinctly American food brand. Damn, that's freaking brilliant. In the early 1890s, H.J. Heinz, once described by a biographer as a marketing genius, sold bottled horseradish, pickled pepper sauce, ketchup. What? Pickles, pepper sauce, and ketchup, introduced by the company in 1876, spelled catsup. I always wondered what the hell was up with that spelling. I never understood why they had that spelling. So ketchup is ketchup a made up word? I don't know. That's weird. Visiting New York City in 1896, Heinz spotted an advertisement for 21 styles of shoes. He found it memorable and thought attaching a number to his own brand would help it stick with consumers. Freaking brilliant. That is damn brilliant. Wow. There are varying theories on why he landed on 57. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the wrong switch. There it is. Let's see here. Hines' personal secretary. Okay, so there are varying theories on why he landed on 57. Ashley Gibson, Hines' brand director, said that in an email that the company's founder felt there was something mystical, magical, and memorable about the number 57, which was a combination of 5, his lucky number, and 7, his wife's lucky number. That's it. That's so funny. But Hines' personal secretary wrote an early biography of his boss. He said that when Hines was counting the number of varieties the company sold in 1896, the number 7 jumped out at him. 7. There are so many illustrations of the physiological influences of the figure, that of its alluring significance to people of all ages and races. It's true. If you think about it, it's I don't know that it's a magical number, but it's certainly like an interesting number, right? You know, it's an interesting number that, the good luck charm, isn't 7. I mean, I know 13 is considered a bad luck number, right? 13 is bad. I don't know. Let's see here. Good luck charm. Today, the 57 varieties is slapped high on the neck of the Heinz octagon-shaped glass tomato ketchup bottles. In the center, 57 varieties is printed in small gold lettering. So this is all a lie. They even called it 57 varieties, and they have like hundreds. Which I'm assuming would be from what? Because I mean, are they all over the world? Are they all over the country? I mean, I'm sure you can find Heinz ketchup everywhere in the world, or most places, right? I would guess. Let me see here. Oh man, about us. Here we go. I'm looking at this because we were looking at CNN just now, but there was an article that caught my attention, and I'm just pulling articles right now because we were supposed to start the show at 9:30 with Mr. Greg Runge joining us on the program, and he'll be here after he is done with his version of his TikTok show. You can follow him at greg.runge.tv, and he'll be here. He'll be here in, I don't know, a little while. We'll see. We will see how long we're able to hang out without Mr. Runge. But either way, there was this donation. There was an article by this capitalbnews.org. So take it with a grain of salt. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it because it doesn't look like it's. I don't know the publication. The next affordable city is too expensive. This is out of the New York Times. This one right here was definitely caught my attention. Let's see here. And no, guy. No. See, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing about these articles. They catch you, but it's not what they say it is. See, I like the Heinz 57 one because the Heinz 57 one actually, was good. It told me after all these years that it's bullshit. After all these years that it's bullshit. Oh, one of the things that I wanted to mention is that I'm currently in the process of putting together a conversation with a skinhead. I know. When I told my girlfriend about it, she said the same thing. She's like, "Oh my God, you're going to talk to a skinhead." It's a Chicago skinhead, and they're not racist. It's not a racist. They are anti-racist, actually. It's read up on the American skinhead movement. We're going to talk to a legit skinhead from the 70s and 80s, and we'll talk to him about what the infiltration of racism within the skinhead movement that made it so that, when you say skinhead, I got a weird look. The minute I told Allie that I was going to be, I was like, hey, yeah, I think I'm going to talk to a Chicago skinhead. And she was like, what? Say what? So because she said that, now I'm gonna do it because I think that people need to be introduced, I guess, to the real skinhead culture. And because I just looked at it from the outside, I knew they existed. They're punks. They're punks that shave their heads, and now they are. And I mean, now it's kind of a different thing because, like, as soon as you say the word skinhead, people think racist. So they have to. I feel like it's an uphill battle for skins to, like, first introduce yourself. No, I'm not a racist, and go from there. I think it's an interesting. It's weird, man. I don't think that it is one of those things that you like the uphill battle of having to change someone's reputation or someone's thought about you. To me, is just it sounds exhausting. Especially when tied to such a gross group of people. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. America's fastest growing sport is a cross between tennis, ping pong, and badminton. Oh, Jesus. And apparently people that are 190 are the ones that play it. Holy crap. For the rapidly decreasing number, this is out of NPR, for the rapidly decreasing number of Americans who've never heard of pickleball, the obscure paddleball game is one of America's fastest growing sports. Paddleball. I've heard of paddleball, I think. No, pickleball. Obscure paddleball, invented in 1965 by 3 middle-aged fathers in Washington State, because of course. Pickleball is a quirky cross among tennis, ping pong, and badminton. I can't say it. Badminton. No, it's badminton. I thought it was badminton. What happened to the name of this thing? Badminton. With a paddle and a perforated plastic ball. The founders said to have named the game after a family dog called Pickles. Okay, but did the dog play the game? Or you were just like, this is a new sport. Hey, that's my dog Pickles. Pickleball. Weird. With 4.8 million people now playing, almost double the number from just 5 years ago, according to Sports and Fitness Industry Association. Some of the sport's devotees are capitalizing on pickleball's spike in popularity. The game now has 2 national professional tournaments, both formed in the last 4 years. And pickleball organizers are courting corporate sponsors to help. Oh my God. Okay, so who are these? I want to know who these sponsors are. Who is sponsoring pickleball? If it's middle-aged men that are watching it, I mean, is it going to be the same demo as football? Like that age range, that age? I feel like you don't need to be as athletically endowed if you have to, to do this game. Maybe it's more reachable to these people. Who knows? But America's fastest growing sport. That's insane. And look, and like look at the. I mean, they look happy. And what is this? What are these things? Gear. Yeah, no, I don't. That's a big racket. Gearbox. I don't know. I think that it's one of those things that it's an old people sport. I mean, is it? Is it an old person? I think it's an old person sport. I think that just look, at least the picture from NPR lets me think that it doesn't. I don't see high schoolers getting ready to go play pickleball. Maybe hipsters. Maybe it's a hipster thing. I'll ask some of my hipster friends. Maybe they know pickleball. $10 says one of them does. And it's probably the guy that owns a unicycle. I know a guy that owns a unicycle. A motorized unicycle. Doesn't that sound terrifying? Yeah. A motorized unicycle. Let's see this. Insane road to 60 mile per hour electric unicycle. No, I want to see an electric unicycle in motion right now. Let's see. Hold on. Holy crap. I mean,
Femtech, and this is the InMotion V5F Plus.
That looks dope.
Wheels. It's a self-balancing electric unicycle that
okay. All right, I was going to talk shit. But now I kind of want one. But no, like that one looks way more advanced than the one that I'm thinking. The one that I'm thinking looks like they took a bike, a motorcycle, and they put the back tire, they put the seat on the back tire, and then said, "Well, we're done." And that's the one. Let me see if I could find it. Motorized unicycle, old. Let's see. No. Let's see. Let's go through images here. Okay, so all right. That one is definitely one that I want to see a hipster wearing with that one. That's what I want to see. Just a big old wheel in the middle. Oh, look, hey, there's a boom. See? And he's got the little hat. He's got the dude. Oh, well, he might also be old. This might be old-timey or he could be hipster. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. That is way more unicycle than I was intending. That looks okay. That's nerdy. That looks more nerdy than yeah. I'm thinking this guy. He's the hipster old guy. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. No, he's old. He's not. Yeah. Let's play old or hipster. Let's see. Yeah. No, that was not a. I would never. I don't think that I could do the unicycle. I do the one wheel thing. Maybe it's the same thing, but you have more maneuvering capabilities, in a one wheel. There's way more. The ability to maneuver things is a lot easier on one of our just one wheels. So anyway. I think that right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off, and then when Greg comes to my house, we will resume version 2 of this show. All right? So stay tuned. I'll be back in a little bit with Mr. Greg Runge right here on the N.FM. Coffee and Cusswords edition of the Hijack. I'll talk to you in a few.